Swoh Nation, welcome back to Say It Ain't Swoh podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Swoh, Uncle Say, all the stuff that people call me. You know what it is. But we're on location. The first time we're doing an episode on location, not in the Swoh cave. But this one is more personal for me. I mean, some of the other ones y'all have seen me do are personal, but this one is definitely on the next level of a real conversation. Because I told y'all I don't do interviews. I have conversations. You know what I mean? I don't like to sound like every other podcaster out there. And I know you're used to Miss Swoh being here, but this one is again, so personal that it had to be me solo dolo on this one. So the reason why is because my guest today is not a guest. I mean, he's my brother. You know what I'm saying? A brother that I never knew I needed. A brother I never knew I'd find. I always say God don't make mistakes. So he's a streamer. He's a husband. He's a father. And one of the most down-to-earth human beings I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen of the Swoh Nation, my brother and streamer. Y'all know him as Mr1800. Brother.
What up, chat? Sorry, chat.
Sorry, chat.
Sorry, chat.
I'm so grateful you doing this with me, bro. Like this is one is below the surface of general knowledge, bro. But you know what I mean, the way we came across each other, man, was, you know what I mean, it's not that far-fetched, but
it's far-fetched.
It's
far-fetched.
Why is it
somebody on the and then locking in the way we did.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like you sleeping in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't expect that type of shit.
No,
you know
not at all. Not at all, bro. You know what I mean?
Not off the internet.
Y'all know what it is like on the internet, man, where y'all come across people that are just weird as fuck. Y'all know what it is, right? So, you know what I mean, 100. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put your real government out there. You can tell them that if you want. I call them 100. You know what I mean? And so the people are here to get to know you, know the man behind the streams. You know what I mean? The man behind the camera, the man that puts on a show to where it just draws people back. You know what I mean? What got you into this streaming, this streaming arena? You know what I mean? To where you've gotten to the point where it hasn't been that long and you're already on a meteoric rise to success. And it hasn't even been a year yet.
I don't know, man. I never saw this for myself, like at all. I never even pictured none of this, like at all. You know? And I don't know, man. There was a couple people, like a handful of people. They were like, man, your personality's like there. It's there. Like, you should try this. I'm like, I ain't trying that shit. That shit's weird. Like, I'm not putting myself out there like that. You know what I mean? Because before this, like, I wasn't a very personable person. Like, I stuck to myself. I stuck to my kids, my wife. That was it.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I guess I finally buckled, man, because there was one other person who I met on the game, man. His name was DJ, and shout out DJ. And he's like, nah, bro, you should do it. You should do it. You goofy, bro. Go do it. Go do it. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna try it. And so I bought the shit, and like the first 2 months, bro, like it was like the same 3 people in there.
Right.
So I'm like, this is stupid, man.
Right.
You're talking to 3 people, bro. And I don't know, man. Something like hit off, and like I fell in love with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because those same 3 people were the same 3 people I came in to check on.
Right.
You know, and to me, like that was cool because like I ain't never had that. You know what I mean? They come into my shit and then check on me at the same time, and I was trying to check on them.
Right.
So it's like, damn, like this is actually kind of dope.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna see where this shit goes, man. And next thing I know, bro, it was just follow after follow after follow after follow after follow, building a real community.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which really hit home.
Right.
You know, because like that community's never been there. We had that village, as people say.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just fell in love with it from there.
Oh man, I mean that's dope because you go from. And how long you been doing this exactly?
6 months.
6 months, y'all.
6 months.
This man has been doing this for 6 months. Was hardly ever on social media prior to this.
Nobody knew me. Nobody knew where I was. I was off the face. Like I was off the grid. Completely. Like you didn't know how I was unless I wanted you to know. You know what I mean? Like even my addresses don't match. My license don't match. Nothing matches. Like, and I kept it like that for a reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? You look me up, bro. You're gonna find 7 different locations I could be in. I'm more right.
More than likely, I'm not there. I don't know.
I'm not there no more.
And if by the time you find out, I'm already on the way out.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. See, and 6 months he's been doing this, y'all. Okay, Swoh Nation, and he's on this rise. In the game he primarily plays is
Warzone.
Warzone, which is Call of Duty's Warzone, which is, Call of Duty, as we all know, is one of the most popular first-person shooter games ever made in video game history. And he's, not just playing because of trends, but he's actually one of the best players out there. You know what I'm saying? He always tries to lowball himself and say, "I ain't all that good. I'm not all that good."
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get my ass whooped.
but who doesn't though? Even in the game that they love, you know what I'm saying? Well,
Just
except
get
me.
on them
I mean,
toolbox
in
on
Mortal
me.
Kombat, except me. I mean, undefeated.
But I already beat him at his house, chat.
Chad, please don't stop letting this man lie.
Sorry, chat. He
Stop
lying,
letting him.
chat.
Stop. You come on this rise, bro. In just over 6 months, man. You've gone from having the same 3 people in there, but maybe like under 100 followers. So you're almost 6 months almost 6 months, 7 months now. You're almost pushing 10,000 people that found you
Yeah.
on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And just drew themselves to who you are, man. You know what I mean? And like in that moment, in these months, in the moment, being on camera, man, how does that make you feel?
To this day, I don't know, man.
Still
I don't
trying to
know.
figure it out?
Yeah, because like I don't see myself the way other people see me. I see myself in a different light, in a different capacity. You know what I mean? Because I'm still trying to figure out who I am. You know what I mean? So I think in a way, some people are kind of in that same boat, so they're along with that journey.
Right,
You know what I mean? But I never understood. I still don't understand why people fuck with me the way they do. You
right.
know what I mean? Like
It's
I'll never understand it. It's something that as a man I'll just never get.
it's energy,
You
bro.
know,
It's
that's what they
energy.
say. Like, oh, it's the personality, it's the vibes. Like, that's cool. I get that. But you know what I mean? Like, what if I was completely different off camera? You
They
know what I'm
don't,
saying?
but like I said, less than a fraction of those people actually know who know you off camera, though. That's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a good chance you would never meet those people in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a select handful from our collective, our combined
Right.
community, aka shout out to the Swoh Nation, shout out to the camp, aka Camp Swoh. We love every single one of y'all. Thank all of y'all for being here, man. We see y'all in here. We see y'all. We see all of y'all. I'm just, like besides the select few, I mean, you know what I mean? Like I know who you are. I know who you
Right.
when the stream shuts off, when the stream goes down for the night or for the day.
Other modes turn on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you got dad mode, you got husband mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other times that you have to put in and not just focus on the streaming, which I do put a lot of time into. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? And
Because you want this to work.
I'm gonna make it work. Yeah.
Absolutely
There's
you
no
will.
ifs, ands, or buts. So,
Absolutely. It's plan A or plan A. That's
yeah.
just what it is.
Yeah.
And for someone who's been doing it a lot less than me, you know what I'm saying? I'm still learning from this guy. How is it when you on these airways, man? Like, when you get off the airways, man, you still have people hitting you up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Constantly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like when they hit you up, is it just more to say, hey, when's the next? Is it more just like, hey, when's the next stream? Or is it like them wanting to talk and ask more questions about you that they don't ask on stream, or you just happen to miss if they do ask on stream, like in your chats?
I think it's a collective, man. You get some people that's like, like who is this guy? And then you got other people that's like, hey man, can you help me? You know what I mean? This has kind of always been a dream of mine, but I'm shy. I'm trying to push myself out there too. How do I do this? How do I go about? Like, what do I need to do? And then you got times, man, where people are making you stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's random shit. It can be random shit, man. Like the community in the Discord, man. Sometimes when people just pop up, just talking.
Yeah.
And then you just randomly hop in a conversation with them. My phone doesn't stop buzzing though.
Mm.
Like it's constantly somebody doing something.
Right, right.
You know? And like it's a collective of all, I think, man, because you can't pinpoint one. Because it's not just one thing.
Absolutely not.
But overall, I think it's just a lot of people feel lonely at the end of the day. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And and that's okay. You know what I mean? That's perfectly fine. But maybe I feel like that safe space to come and talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
like I know people's real names that don't want out there. I know their numbers that they've given me. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. That's real. That's real shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Very
Because like,
personal information.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I think it's a collective, man. People just feel safe around me, and you should. You know what I mean? Because I'm not out here like trying to share everything
No,
that you shared with me. You know what
right.
I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. But I don't know, man. It goes back to the point of I'll never understand why.
But I know you say you've heard it, but energy don't lie, bro. I bet that's one of the main things I've told you since you met me.
Yeah.
Energy don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll know. A big indicator of that is also, you know what I'm saying, especially if you come as a package deal as we both do, you know what I mean, wives, kids, things like that. Number one, and with dogs and kids will tell you if your energy is something they don't want around them, let alone just in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Though, like, my wife, she might as well be a big kid because she'll let you know with her face, you're not coming
That's
around here.
mine too.
You're
That's
not
probably why they
coming.
get along so
You know what I'm
well.
saying? You're not coming around here. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, man, you know what I mean? That's why people, from what I've observed, you know what I'm saying? Not just, watching your streams on the nights that I'm not streaming, but us streaming together, whether we're within each other's presence or at our respective homes. I see how people gravitate towards you, man, because a lot of people, I mean, whether they want to admit it or not, or talk about it out loud or not, they don't have safe places in their real lives, which is sad, but it's like you said earlier, it's still okay. If we or if you or provide that space for them to come and just be themselves, you know what I'm saying? Because you're just sitting there being you.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's that,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean. What's the energy line? People know when someone's being fake. You know what I'm saying? That's not you, and people can see that. And that's why people keep coming back. And then they're telling everybody else to come check. Yo, come check this dude out, man. Come
Right.
check him out. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. That's genuine. That's genuine energy. And people, there's not a lot of genuine energy out here in society as it is, bro. It's a shame that we have to do it on it. A good chunk of it is found on these airways. It's found on the
It
internet.
is.
You know what I'm saying? But there's also nothing wrong with that. That's just the way life is moving now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree 100%.
And that's just the way it's moving now. But look what you've created, man. You got a whole community that's behind you for everything that you do, bro. You
Which
don't.
kind of goes back to the first question too, which
Yeah,
is, why I wanted to get into it. 'Cause,
yeah,
like everything's moving so technological now.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I was so behind.
yeah.
Y'all working on phones, bro. You know what I mean? Like dead ass, bro. Cap car and everything for the PS5,
Yeah,
which is where I started. I was like, man, I had to look everything up, figure it out. And once I got the PC, it was a whole different ball game.
yeah,
Like I had no idea. I had never touched a PC in my life except for at school back 20-something years ago.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the only time I touched one. So as soon as I got it, bro, and then I found you, I'm like, hey, yo, this motherfucker's a lifesaver, dog. Like, hey, yo, I remember calling Say that ass like all the time, bro. Hey, bro, what do I do right here?
Yeah,
What am I supposed to do right here, bro?
yeah. But you know what I mean?
This is keyboard, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like random shit like that, though, man. Because like I had no idea, but I knew that I had to get with the wave, man. Because everything's going technological. Everything, man.
Everything, like, you know what I'm saying? So you're like everything, all your personal credentials, digital. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like your gaming, digital. Like, look what's happening, for instance, to stay kind of on topic with what you do. Sony's they're starting to do away with physical media.
yeah,
Like
which
the
is
beginning of
crazy.
2027, 2028, whatever. It's coming within the next year or so. Like that's crazy work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like me, I'm a physical media guy, as y'all know. So it's always gonna be that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you feel that way too, even though you have PC, but there's some stuff you're just not gonna give up.
yeah,
Like physical stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's and it goes back to you know what I mean, like when we, for instance, when we started that inaugural Camp Swoh conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like remember how the
Mhm.
one which we need to get back
We
to,
do
by the
need to get
we need to
back
get
to it,
back
bro.
to that. We haven't done that in a little while. So we're bringing that back to y'all, Swoh Nation. Don't worry.
Yeah.
When you sit in these airways, man, like the feeling that you get, you know what I'm saying, being on these airwaves, talking and gaming, you know what I'm saying? You always tell everybody it's more than just this game. You're not even here really just a game. You enjoy the game, but you're more so here, as you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the vibe, for people that want to come to have no one to talk to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just
for the entertainment.
just for the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like, it's for you, to them, it may be entertainment, but for you, is you're just being yourself. And
Yeah,
on top of that, you're, as you say, you're learning yourself as you go. So people invest in like, hey, he said he's learning himself. Well, we get to learn with him. So like he's not that far ahead of learning who he is than we are. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and people dig that, man. It's authenticity.
I think that's what it is for real, man. It's just the realness.
Eh,
You know what I mean? I've told you a million times, man. I'm raw. I'm raw. Like I don't. There's no filter. As many of you know, there is no fucking filter here, and I refuse to filter myself, man. I don't believe in that shit. You know what I mean? Like as soon as it comes to my head, I'm gonna tell you. It
Yeah,
don't bother me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't care if I get embarrassed. I don't care. Like I don't get embarrassed. That's probably one of the issues for real, bro. Like at all, nothing embarrasses me. I could be out in public. Say, see me in public. Bro, I don't get embarrassed, like, no matter what. Like, it just doesn't bother me, man. I don't give a fuck. And I know a lot of people say and feel like that, you know what I mean? When it comes down to it, it's different.
it's a little
You know what
different
I mean?
when you're in the
Whatever it,
moment.
like in my head, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like I'm here to have fun, man. We got one life. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here for mine.
I mean,
nowadays, because like the person I was before, you know what I mean? I was a little scared kid.
Right.
I was that way for a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like now, I got kids. I got to show them. You know what I mean? Life can be fun, bro.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be scared. You don't gotta be timid. Don't feel embarrassed, man. I don't even want my kids feeling like they can get embarrassed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go be you. Go be you, bro. You know? Because that's a big thing to me. I think that, again, that's why people come here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can see that shit.
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to see anything fake and within all that, especially with the fact for the regulars that are in his streams. You know, I mean, he always has his wife and his 2 daughters and son in the background. You know what I mean? Like you don't see them. You don't see many streamers, especially ones that you probably follow and watch, you know what I'm saying, outside of the big ones, the ones that are like, you know, the Kai Sanats and the iShow Speeds and those guys. You don't really see their family in the backgrounds like that. This man, like, he refuses to stream without his family in the background. When they leave to make a, when they see it, when he's on stream and Haley has to make a run to the store or something like that. By the way, shout out to Haley, to fam, to AKA Chaos. I'm saying she's upstairs. When she, yeah, she mad at us, bro.
She mad.
But when she has to take a run while he's streaming, like his whole energy changes until she comes back, until the girls come back. Like it's like he can't be like he's still himself, but it's like he lowers the lid a little bit, and as soon as Haley and or the kids walk in that door, it busts wide back open.
I bounce off of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like that's why I love them in the streams and stuff, because like I can look back, I can say something to Haley, and like something could piss me off in the game, and then she just start giggling or whatever, you know what I mean? Talking about her toes and shit, and I start laughing. It brings me right back. Or the girls or Liam coming tugging on me or something, you know what I mean? Like that shit can bring you back in, and that's what I love. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's more enjoyable that way. I've always said, like, I could never be one of them people that's like stuck up in a room, bro. I can't do it, man. It's not, that type of shit's not fun. I don't even understand how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me because, for one, you're doing this for hours in the first place.
100%.
Hours you're giving up of your family time.
Especially
if you're a working person,
yeah,
you don't get much of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, why not do it different? Why not just, man, fuck it, be loud.
Yeah.
Be loud, be down here, enjoy it with me. Let's all do this shit together. You
Right,
know what I mean? Haley, go live. You know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful to see though, you know what I mean? Like to me it's off. If I ever see you in stream, which is I count on less than a palm full of times where I've turned on your stream, if I wasn't streaming myself or if we weren't streaming together, like, you know, whether remotely or in person, where Haley and or the kids were not in your stream. Like it's off-putting to me.
Yeah.
And it's not even my house.
It's different.
You know what I mean? I'm like, bruh, where Chaos at? Where she at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where the kids at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't their bedtime yet. Where they at? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how locked in we are, Swoh Nation. Like, I know his kids' bedtimes and shit. I know when Liam's go down for a nap. That's how locked in we are, yo. Like, it's just like I'm basically the uncle's on the dad's schedule for the kids right around here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is when you integrate families. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just learn. You learn each other. You learn the routines. You learn the family dynamics, because at some point the family dynamics merge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just know what it is. You don't find that kind of genuine. You don't find genuine connections no more. Everybody's out for themselves, which led to how you and I came across each other. Like I was the one that reached out at first, because y'all know how y'all go through the FYP, right? Like on TikTok, and then like random people pop up that you're not even following. Sometimes the people you follow pop up, but it's like random people that, you know, that align with what you look up on TikTok, that type of thing. For me, you know what I mean, when I started getting gaming, you know, related type people pop up, his pops up, and the one video that popped up was when he says, "Oh shit, I just got chat banned." He said he got chat banned, right? And then he said to me, "Wait a minute." I said, "So Call of Duty and TikTok messing with you too?" He's like, "Yeah, bro. Like, I don't know what I said, man. I watched the whole video right before he said he got chat banned. This dude literally said he didn't cuss, he didn't insult nobody, he didn't say nothing. Literally 45 seconds later, I got chat banned. Literally. Like, I don't understand. But Swoh Nation, that's how he and I like linked. And then we started talking back and forth, and I started popping in his live. This is when he was doing his I think you were working in the trucking business at that point. Working both jobs at that point. This dude was, I'm like, I remember asking him like in one of his many morning streams that he did at like 8 a.m. while I was working, his stream would be up and I'd just be there having him in the background there, like while I'm working. And I remember saying, like, wait, maybe a few days in, like, does this dude ever sleep? I remember saying this, so I asked him, I'm like, yo, bro, I meant to ask you. I don't mean to stop. Let me know if I'm overstepping by asking you this question, but what the fuck do you sleep? When do you sleep? And he's like, bro, I don't sleep. I don't sleep, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, there's no way you are functioning like this. I'm like, when? And then he had to leave. I'll be right back. I gotta go get the kids from school. Come back, he back on the stream. Then he's on for a couple hours. Then he's like, I gotta go to work in an hour. I'm like, are you gonna sleep? For like 30 minutes. What?
And I really didn't sleep though, man. Like that was a really rough time too, man. We did this shit for 7 years. I deliver HVAC equipment I mean, don't get me wrong, man, the company is a great company. They just run you to the ground and don't care. You know what I mean? And that was my main issue with them. And I was still laying brick in the morning. So I was going in. Some days I'd go in at like 5 or 6 as soon as Haley got home. Other days I'd go in at like 8 or 9 at night, you know what I mean, to be able to try to see the kids some. Go in, get back around like 6:37. I'd take the kids to school if I had to. I'd go into lay brick until noon.
Yeah.
Get off, start stream, go get the kids from school, come back, stream, and I get like a 30 in, man. I get like a couple hours of sleep a week. And
how long did you do that for, bro?
for doing both, at least 2 years. At least 2 years.
Jeez.
But I did them on and off for all 7.
All 7 years. So like you maybe got maybe 2, maybe 3 years worth of sleep in 7 years.
Don't get me wrong, man, my body still it hasn't caught up yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's catching up.
yeah.
It's going.
Like, I'm starting to nap and shit a lot, bro. I feel old, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I feel old, man.
But you talk about a hardworking man, though. You know what I'm saying, that wears many hats. You know what I mean? Or that works a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Comes on me, streams. I'm sorry. Let me start that over. Works a 9 to 5. Comes on because his husband, he's dad. You know what I'm saying? He's taking the kids. He takes his daughters to the park that's not too far from here to run up and down the field of soccer after laying brick in the hot sun all day. You know what I'm saying? He still comes home in his work clothes, still switches sneakers, go out there. They running up and down the field for like a half hour to an hour, running to see, getting Izzy ready for soccer. He comes back, showers. You know what I'm saying? Gets himself together with, whether it's, household related things, getting dinner cooked, and then he gets his stream set up ready to go. And then on top of that, like, especially on the weekends, because we know his weekends is his favorite time, his favorite stream days. Y'all see the reels. Stream time. Y'all know that line. Y'all know that line.
Lit, man. Weekends are lit.
You know what I mean? Like, talk about that. What made you start doing what brought that idea to mind for that to be your build up before the stream that day? And just
started it.
It just stuck.
And then that popped up. But then before that, when it was the Fridays vibe, we start dinner, I'd grab a drink, and then we throw some sort of song on, bro, and then we'd all start singing a song together. And I'd start it out with, it's Friday. You know what I mean? Because everybody know, man, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are ours. You know what
that's
I mean?
it,
Like,
man.
that's how I see it. You know? I'm not letting up on that shit. Weekdays, all the streamers can be tired as fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna still get my stream time, man, but that's not what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting what I expect on my weekends. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
Like if I see what I see on weekdays on weekends, nah, I'm going to chat. You know what I mean? I'm on y'all's ass. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody ain't sharing enough something, bro. Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be that, but you know what I mean? Like, and now look.
But it just came though for him. Like I literally woke up one day and I'm like, fucking stream time, bro.
I think that point.
And then as soon as I got up, I seen the kids. I'm like, I just started the video, bro. I just started the video. I started going.
It's literally on the fly.
Yeah, that's how I live my life, though. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like Haley, my wife is the planner. She plans everything. She'll plan her whole fucking life if you let her. And I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a very on the fly type of person. Like as soon if it's in the moment, I'm there for it. You know? I'm not big on the planning and stuff, man. Because what happens? I don't know. I see life differently. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think depth enough to be like, I don't want to plan nothing in case what happens if I'm not here that time. Knock on everything. You know what I mean?
Amen. Yeah.
But what happens if I'm not there? What happens? You know what I mean? That plan's gonna be stuck in your head forever.
Right.
I don't want that. I don't want that for you.
And some things like
If it's on the fly.
until you see it play. Until you see it play out, especially if you get stuck there, it's like it's just you're locked in on it, you hone in on it, and you're fixated on it. You can't let it go until it just completely blows up in your face or it comes to pass. In some aspects, I mean, I can see planning. You know, I see you got to plan certain things, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying that's where Haley comes in.
Yeah.
Haley and my wife Steph, as y'all know, Miss Swoh, they're literally copy and paste when it comes to personality. I'm not even kidding. Our wives like couldn't be more personality twins that I've ever seen, and it's like it hasn't even been a year. I'm grateful for our families blended, man.
The families you never knew you needed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. Bonds you can't fake. You can't fake that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I told y'all, the kids will let y'all know. The kids will always let y'all know. You know what I'm saying?
Especially mine. I ain't gonna lie. Mine are just as raw as me. Just as raw, man. Especially Izzy. Izzy's my dead ass twin, man. Like, she won't even let her face say it first before she gets it out.
Like the mouth is just that's just it.
There. It's there.
That's just it.
It's there. And I'm like, damn. You can tell which one I raised. The first one is more. Damn, there's really no good way to say it. The first one's kind of like the learning lesson, the trial child. As bad as that sounds, it's the trial child.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you learn what you're not supposed to do or what you can do. You know what I mean? But at times you take it too far. Like I was very rough with Izzy. You know what I mean? Not like hands on, like I wrestle with her a lot.
Right.
Hence why she's so hands on now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As you've seen. Yeah.
Fun fact, yo, I got my ass whooped by Lily and Izzy yesterday. I took that L like a champ. There was no way. I just feet on just got smacked. I got thrown on the couch. I got jumped on. I'm just so y'all know. Fun fact: I survived. Just so y'all know, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I took an 1800 ass whooping yesterday. It was not fun, but I took it though. We good. So you know what I mean. And to see these kids and it grow, y'all can see his mini-me's in these kids. What would you say to people that have approached you, you know what I'm saying, or have yet to approach you about if they wanted to do what you do as far as streaming go, what would be the first thing you would tell them?
Be your motherfucking self. That's what I tell everybody, bro, because I feel like a lot of people get on these airways, bro, and fake it, as they quote unquote fake it till they make it.
Right.
You're not gonna make it that way in general.
No.
You know what I mean? Like if you can't be yourself in your own home on a camera with people watching you, I'd hate to see what you're like in real life. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. That's a good point. That's a great way to think about it. Like,
yeah. And so as long as you could be yourself, as long as you can let your energy ride too, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us got high energy. A lot of people suppress it. You got to bring that shit out somehow on a camera. You got to somehow give these people more than just, oh man, he's playing a game. He's cool at it. I've seen many streamers, man, much bigger followers than me, that just sit there and play the game and expect you just to sit there and watch them because they're good. I can't do that. I don't see how people can sit there and watch that. Yeah, you're cool. You're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's up. But I'm not. There's nothing else you're bringing to the table for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no laughs. There's no entertainment there. There's no hey, how was y'all's day? What y'all do today? What'd you eat for dinner? There's none of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just watch me play this fucking game.
And
I'm good. If I come in the stream, I want it to be just as interactive as mine. I want you to have that same. I want to feel it.
Right.
You know what I mean? As soon as I get in that room, I want to feel it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you have that safe cushion. Like I was telling our brother Dom, shout out to Dom.
Yeah.
Dom, big Dom. Shout out to Dom. I was literally telling him earlier when we were gaming earlier playing Call of Duty that he said he doesn't like being on camera. Being on camera for him is very weird. He just started streaming like 2 weeks ago, if that. And I told him, I said, here's a great way here's a great way to approach this. And the way I explained it to him is it's funny enough, that explanation I gave to him was an explanation that was unknowingly given to me by an unlikely source from an interview that I watched. Pro wrestling fans who know Brock Lesnar. He's not a people person. He says that he can go into a WWE ring in front of 50,000 people, you know what I'm saying, and he'll be all right with it because they know they cannot cross over that barricade and get into the ring or get on the ramp, and he's okay with that because to him that feels like his safety net. That's what I explained to Dom because Dom, our brother Dom, as a newer streamer, I told him, like, listen, You have the safety net of you're already home.
Right, right.
You're already with your wife, with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like who you are or off camera, show a little bit more of that. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you turn that stream off, you're already in your safety net. You're still in your safety net.
I would stream if I was cooped in a fucking bathroom, if that's all I had. If we lived in a one-bedroom house, I would stream no matter what. Never be embarrassed of anything in your life. This goes to anybody that's even looking to get into streaming, bro. Everybody has different life situations.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I'm going through one now. It's fucking life, bro. You gotta have it in you to just
that drive.
Go past that. Like, yeah, you know, I'm not in the best situation, but I'm still gonna do what I can.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you never know what it could turn out to be.
Exactly.
What happens if overnight that shit goes nutty?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't know.
Overnight,
unless you go for it.
Overnight, the right pair of eyes comes across one of your streams or your videos from one of your streams, like, you know, a sponsor, like a big company, for instance, his favorite, Celsius. If you're listening, Celsius, that Celsius, he's drinking a. Oh,
love you, Celsius. I love y'all, bro.
He said, I love
y'all, bro.
Shit. Y'all know this man. Y'all see this man drinking Celsius every stream. Somehow, somewhere, there's a Celsius in his hand. So Celsius, if y'all are watching, please sponsor this man because he will have his whole fridge full of Celsius and maybe like 1% water bottles.
Not the house previous to this one, which wasn't the best house either, but the one previous to that, right? We lived in York, South Carolina. If I would have knew anything about the streaming shit, I would have started then too. You know what I mean? But that house, the bathroom ceiling was caved in. The front awning was caved in. There was mold and mildew all throughout the house. There were mice. There were roaches. I mean, you name it, it was in that house. You know what I mean? I would have still did it. Not been embarrassed one bit. Wouldn't have cared.
Because you were doing the best you can. And that's all we can ask for.
Because I would have still did what I didn't even know could pop off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's about taking that chance. It's about taking that chance. I think a lot of us in life don't do that. You know what I mean? You get in your own head about it. Or, I might get embarrassed because if I do this, nah, get out of that fucking comfort zone. You know what I mean? I don't even want to be in a comfort zone.
You don't grow.
I don't want to get comfortable.
You know what I'm saying? You get growth. Growth is very uncomfortable. And that's a lesson to all your growth is very uncomfortable, especially if it's something that you want to attain. You know you have to grind for it. Please understand. I need you to understand that you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable to get to where you want to go, because it's not just going to fall in your lap. It's just not how it works. No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? The status quo of how we live in this society now does not have to remain that way. If you have a drive or a passion for something that you love and you can't go a night without thinking about it, work towards it. It's not going to come to you by thinking about it. It's not going to. You have to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this days, you're going to feel drained. You'll half the time, you don't even know behind the scenes how tired this dude be as soon as he turns that stream off. My man is tired. You know what I'm saying? But you'll never know that because he's high energy all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show that at the end of that Mr1800 y'all know and love so much on camera is still a human being too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, chat, tag Celsius too. Don't forget to do that.
Tag Celsius, y'all. Tag Celsius. Everybody right now.
In chat, tag Celsius.
It feels like a lifetime. Since the way we've integrated our families, man, I feel like it's like a lifetime that we've known each other. And people would never, that's what people would think. They would think that. You know what I'm saying? It's only been, 7 months?
Yeah.
If that. You know what I mean? He and I were not looking for anyone new to come in our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were comfortable right where we were. But see, God don't make mistakes, man. That's the thing about God. He don't make mistakes, man. We were the brothers that we never knew we needed within each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful for that, because if anyone that knows me, like not just on the stream, but in real life, there's probably maybe a less than a palm full of y'all who actually know the real say off the stream. I keep to myself. Y'all know this. I'm probably the same thought as him. I didn't go looking for this motherfucker. I didn't come looking for no bro, like, looking for a new homie, Anybody can find one of those, but you cannot call everybody your friend. You can be friendly, you can be civil, you can be cordial. You cannot call everyone your friend. You can't do that, because I'm not the type of person that moves with intention of, okay, I scratched your back, you got to scratch mine now. I can
attest to that.
I don't operate that way. You know, I've been told all my life by my own father that I'm not a good friend to people. And I realized a good chunk of my adulthood was me unknowingly trying to prove him wrong until I got to the point where I didn't give a fuck to prove that dude wrong. Don't get me wrong. My father, he raised me to the point where I knew better enough to not become a statistic, try to be good to people, try to be nice to people. There was times where I wasn't. I'm not going to front. I'm no saint. I fucked up. I've hurt people. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't? But life has a way of coming back and teaching you when you learn the lesson. Because if you don't learn the lesson, a lesson will repeat in your life until you learn it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It will repeat until you learn it. Why can I escape this? Because you didn't learn it. It's okay to not bleed on those who didn't cut you. That's a lesson I'm still learning today. And that's the one time I truly dropped my guard in a long time with anybody else was with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't regret it for not even for a fucking second. And I'm being straight up about that. Not just, I've told him that privately multiple times. This is not me saying this for show. I've told him that to his face, to his wife's face, to his kids' face. All of y'all, okay, are an extension of my family, the extension of the Swoh household. You're an extension of the Boyu household now. You know what I'm saying? So they are now squad. That's how I operate. You know what I'm saying? This is how this man operates. He looks out for his people. It takes him a while to build up to people. You know what I'm saying? He didn't expect for us to build this bond either. You can tell him that.
Easy.
I don't trust Easy either, bro. It's like you and I were trying to one up one another with that. Yeah. I feel like unknowingly, now I'm thinking back to him like, are we trying to one up one another right now? Yeah. This mother, I'll trust that bitch first. Fuck him. I'll trust him. Man, fuck that dude, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
But look where we are, bro. Look what we're building. Look what you're built. Look what you've built way before I came into the picture. Look where you were. Look where you are now, son. You've gotten eyes from big streamers that have millions of followers. You have some that have hundreds of thousands of followers. You caught their attention. Like, how does that make you feel?
Good. It definitely makes me feel good. But I'm not one, like, I don't want those eyes on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to, because I feel like with those type of eyes on you is where there's a sense where they can come in and be like, oh, well, I helped him get here. I shared that. You know what I mean?
I see what
I
you're
don't
saying.
want that. I want everything organic from
organic, exactly.
I want that full build up. You know what I mean? Like, I know people that buy followers. I know people that got the fake viewers, and that's cool. That's you. You know what I mean? Do your thing. I just don't want that for me.
Get that.
You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of them big ones got there. You know what I mean? For those same reasons.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but I don't want nobody to be like, hey, yo, I helped him get there without me allowing you to say that.
Right.
To me, I started this. That's how I want to finish it. I'll bet you want to finish it with, I did that. You know what I mean? I started. Yeah, I had help along the way. If only I knew. I had help along the way. You know what I mean? But it's not from these big ass streamers. It's like, oh, wow, I shared this post and look, he got 1,000 followers. Nah, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Y'all can keep y'all's eyes somewhere else. That's how I see it.
I would love the financial, economical, you know what I'm saying, like the success in the gaming space without the mainstream attention of the Kai Cenats and the iShow Speeds and, you know, whatever other big streamers that are out there that we know of outside of those two names I just dropped. Those are just the biggest streamers in the world, those two. You know what I'm saying? But that success without the mainstream attention is the goal that he and I collectively have. And I think when we had a conversation about it in the beginning, I think that's when we realized we both have the same vision. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that I have, although his rise to the top is meteoric right now, you know what I'm saying? It's no different than what I've been doing. We're just two different people. You know, people are attracted to the ones that there's something about you that people relate to. That's why they keep coming.
A lot of us try to change it. You know, you try and change. You know what I mean? You'd be a fool not to change.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? I've been told many times, oh, bro, don't change. That's stupid. You know what I mean? Why would I not want to change?
To put it better.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But whenever somebody's like, oh, bro, stay the same. Nah. Back in the day, of course, yeah, bro. There's so much more I could be doing. I don't want to stay the same now. I want to better myself in ways that I didn't even know were possible.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Whether that be knowledge, whether that be in the streaming world, you know what I mean? Working as a family man. Some way I can better myself.
Absolutely.
I can change.
But
you know,
but you have though. Look where you are.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Leaps and bounds, like
I told say this many times, bro. I think there's reasons that you don't start stuff like this until God wants you to start it. You know what I mean? Until it just falls in your lap. Because the person that I was even 2-3 years ago, none of y'all would have liked. You know what I mean? Like, I was a dickhead. And I can say that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? I was not a good person. You know what I mean? I was still that type of guy that if I saw you out, and maybe not 2 years ago, but like 5, 6 years ago, you know what I mean? You had what I wanted. I was taking that. You know what I mean? Like I was that type of person that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Because like I could have easily just went and worked for it. And that's the way I see life now. You know what I mean? Like I said, you always have time to change. There's always ways to better yourself. You know what I mean? And that was one of those. That was one of those I had to learn. I was like, bro, you can't stay this. You've been like this since you were 16, 15 years old. Like you can't stay like this.
Absolutely.
You know, it's stupid.
It is. And if you don't grow, man, like if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. I need you to understand that and that goes hand in hand with not changing.
Yeah.
Because not changing means you're limiting yourself from all the potential or that unique gift that God put in you. You know what I'm saying? From allowing it to manifest. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, if there is something that presents itself to you, even if you're not ready for it, take it. That could be a gift God is giving you that you weren't even prepared for because that was his gift to you. Streaming was not in his plans. Streaming was not his plan at all. That was not his plan A through Z. That was not his plan at all.
Never even thought about it.
Never thought about it.
Never even looked into it. I never even watched a stream before I started streaming.
Never.
Not once.
So now that he's locked into it, like knee deep locked into streaming, you see what he's doing now, not just for himself, not just what we're doing together, but we're bringing in what we've now dubbed our squad streamers, the ones that thought about it but never actually took that leap of faith.
Dom,
perfect example of that. Shout out to our boy you know what I'm saying? Kodak White, shout out to our boy Kodak. You know what I'm saying? All those people who were trying to figure out if they wanted to do it. They started getting their money together. They started buying the pieces, whether it's console, the PC, or straight PC, whatever the case may be. Now they're on the airwaves doing what they were afraid to do because they somehow got that confidence either watching him or watching me or watching us collectively do this. You know what I'm saying? And they reached out to us for help. And of course we're going to help because those are our fellow streamers and our fellow brothers on these airwaves because we want everyone to win.
Don't let these big streamers fool y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's one of their little things. Oh, let's gatekeep everything. Now, we ain't gatekeeping nothing, bro. We can all eat. You know what I mean? There's plenty of money on this internet. Believe me. I've seen it. There is plenty, bro. I'm trying to get it like everybody else. I'm a hustler, too. I told you 100 times, there's money on the floor. I'm a push broom.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
I'm going to find a way somehow on this shit to make it work.
And we're gonna make it work.
I'm gonna get exactly what I put in and then some.
Yeah.
I started on my own. Damn, why can't I give you a little game too?
There's enough on the table for everyone to eat. Especially in this space, the streaming and gaming space, or just streaming each other, even if it's not games, conversations, places you go, people you talk to, all of the above. It don't matter. The hardest part of this particular industry, this particular genre, is starting. That's the part that holds people back. Don will tell you that. How many times have y'all heard me yell at Don, push the goddamn button, push the start button, push the live button, push it, push the button. How many times I gotta tell him that? You understand what I'm saying? Like if this is something that drives you, you do it anyway. You game anyway.
Already.
Put the mic on, turn the camera on, and do what you've been doing.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing. That's what it is. If this is something that you've been interested in, do it. The only one stopping you is you. The only one in your way is you. You know what I'm saying? If look where this guy is in 7 months. Look where he's at. Because he's not just doing it, he's consistent. That's the key word. Consistency.
There's no breaks. You know what I mean? Like, I give one, I can't even say it's a week anymore. You know what I mean? I was trying at a certain point to take a break once a week, and like, I can't do it. You know what I mean? And it's not even that, for one, I definitely don't want to break. You know what I mean? I think that's number one. But for two, like, I enjoy it too much. Like, I enjoy it. Like, once you start and you start building for real, man, it's so enjoyable. It's like you start enjoying the fruit of it.
And here's to that point. Here's the question right here. Like, this is not just to you, but just a general consensus question to everyone out here. If you're doing what you love to do, and you're getting paid for it, are you really working? Think about that. If you do what you love to do, that you would do for free, but you're getting paid for it, are you working? Or are you living? Because The whole point of this is to live, not just exist. Because we all out here existing. Find something that gives you a reason to want to continue to actually live your life, not just exist and pay bills and die. We are not here for that, just for that. Our death date is a date none of us are missing. So while you are here, do what brings passion to your soul. Do what brings out, as I say at Swoh Dragon Gaming, my gaming brand, what brings the kid out in you. Well, never let the kid in you die. And I genuinely mean that. I'm a 41-year-old husband and father. I'm still gaming on these airwaves. This man is 30 years old with a wife and 3 kids, and he makes it happen every single day.
I'm not 30, chat.
He lied on these stream waves earlier saying that I'm younger than him. Do I look younger than this motherfucker? Get out.
But I'm still 22, chat. I'm 22.
Are you?
22.
Okay. Anyway, where do you want this to, where you hope to end up, you know what I'm saying, professionally from doing this?
That's a good question. I've never looked for an end. As long as I can create enough financial stability to do it, I don't care where it takes me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
You know, and I just don't ever want it to end because I do enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You know, and I feel like once you find something that you enjoy, I think everybody kind of feels that way.
Absolutely.
You don't want it to stop. You know, you always want to feel that fire. So as long as I can still feel that fire, I'm cool. I don't care where it takes me.
And
as long as I can continue to ride my wave, I'm cool. You know, as long as I got that surfboard and I'm on my wave, I'm fine. I'm good.
I love that, bro. That's a good perspective to have.
Yeah,
man.
I don't want it. I just don't want it to end.
Right.
You know, like I always want to make sure I got that love for it.
Yeah.
As long as I got that love, I got that drive, it can take me wherever it wants. Wherever it wants.
And it's only
and I'm cool with it.
And it's only gonna be to higher places, but places that are gonna be beneficial not just to you, but to your wife, your kids, your household, your living situation.
I do eventually want to get to a point where, you know, I can help others. Whether that be, oh, you know, your PC should have been. Here, let's do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Here, you take that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Because I think a lot of people, as we said, you know, want to get started, but it's not the cheapest thing to get started.
It really isn't.
Not if you want to do it correctly. You know what I mean? Anybody could do it off a cheap ass budget, don't get me wrong. But you're not gonna have good quality, you're not gonna have good audio. Like these are things that you want to make sure you have. You know what I mean? Let's let them tell us what we need to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because then again, that keeps them involved too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Which is what chat wants. You know, they're not, don't get me wrong, y'all are here for us too, don't get me wrong, but tell me you don't want to feel involved. That's why they like like whenever, especially us, you know, because I don't know a lot to do it like we do it, but interact with chat.
Yeah.
You know, like
for
me, it's on a different level than most people.
Right.
Because I take away from the full game. Like I don't give a fuck. I'll sit there and read the whole chat. I know my guys be mad at me. You know what I mean? I'll be standing there doing nothing.
But they'll be all right.
You know what I mean? But I'm in my chat. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do or what I feel like is right.
Right.
You know? So I think those are ways that, you know, don't get me wrong, it's something that'll probably never pass in your own head. But it's something that we can build on. It's something that we can work on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Together.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to be able to be like, nah, this is me. And I'm a be raw. You know what I mean? Fuck this. I'm not gonna filter.
Absolutely not.
You know?
I mean, you've never been that way since I met you, bro.
Yeah, well, it took a long time to get this way. You know what I mean? Addiction held a lot, you know, it kept a lot of that away.
Right.
You know? I mean, it helped and it didn't help because it also, the way I see it is, to me, it opened me up, right? Whenever I was drinking which I'll elaborate on this song, but when I was drinking, I felt like it opened me up, right? When in reality, it was hiding who I was. It masked me more than anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is something like, you know, Haley don't even know, but a couple years ago, I bought a new truck. I think I showed you the truck. I told you about the truck. Badass accident. You know what I mean? My fault. Drunk as fuck. I mean, horribly. But I was also on pills. And I used to, you know, I did them for a long time. I've been doing them since I was a kid.
Right.
And
Take your time,
you know,
brother.
she had asked about it. She was like, no, it was more than just drinking. Getting to know myself now on this road, especially what I'm doing with everybody else getting to know me at the same time, we're all getting to know Rich as a collective. You know what I mean? Because I'm still learning myself. I'm 30 years old. I'm still figuring out who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I hid myself for so long,
That's the beauty of it, though.
you know, behind so many different substances.
Yeah.
But to me, it felt like the right thing. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, it wasn't right. You know, don't get me wrong, it's okay to do whatever you do, you know, as long as you can limit it and you don't take it too far or whatever. But I never had those limits. To
Right.
me, it was you fucking go hard or go home every day, every day. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live my life. And like I said, if that, you know, everybody has their own vices. That's life. But I'm trying to turn my vice more into the streamer.
Right.
I'd rather have my addiction because I have an addictive personality.
All right.
So whatever I do, I'm all in.
I
You know
got
what I'm saying? So I'd rather it be this than something that could hide who I truly am. That's just rough, man, because I think a lot of people go through certain shit like this and don't speak on it enough. You know what I mean? But it's good to speak on because it's also showing you, you know what I mean? I can better myself.
Right.
I can better myself while y'all are watching me better myself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Without y'all even knowing. You know what I mean? Y'all help with this shit too. Because it took a long time. It took a long time, man. I've been drinking since I was like,
We said 14, I believe.
14,
14,
15,
yeah,
man. I've
yeah.
been drinking hard, bro. And my mom, she in there, she can attest. You know what I mean? My mom knew. Pills, forever. You name it, man. We did it. You know what I mean? It was that. But I lived in a house where the parents got it for us too.
And which wasn't helping.
Nah, because they did it. So they're like, oh, here. You know what I mean? And when you're young, that mindset is okay, you know, because you don't think anything of it. But as you get older, you kind of get stuck in that mindset. For the longest time, I never saw anything wrong with it, no matter what I did. That God showed me, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hit and runs, the fines that you get with it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Sometimes you have to take adherence to, which is something I never did until now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have to genuinely be ready. You have to be ready for that change because it's not an easy change.
Exactly.
Like, I'm hurting every day. Say seen it. I've told him, you know what I mean? Like my stomach's been fucked up since I stopped. Like bad. You know what I mean? But it's my body trying to get back. I'm trying to get back right. I'm trying to get back to a normal person. You know what I mean?
Your body is readjusting to what its actual normal is. Because what it was before age 14 up until what, a month ago, whatever it
3
was.
weeks.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what your body's doing. That's why it's painful, because your body was not born with what you were putting in it from 14 up until 3 weeks ago.
Right. Every day.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not kidding y'all.
And I'm not saying that I want anybody to think that's me judging him or being low key, because I would never disrespect my brother like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I told y'all saw the caption when I announced this. Real conversations. This is the kind of conversations that we have in private. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is my brother. Like blood couldn't make us any closer. Like, the things we talk about, I don't judge people, man. Like, I didn't know who you were back then. I know who you are now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what you went through is what shaped you, what molded you to the man you are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why I've reached out to numerous people, you know what I mean, that I could tell and knew, you know what I mean, because I've been down this path for so long.
Yeah.
That struggle with the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, bro, let's do this together. I don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do it alone. You know what I mean? We can easily do this together. It's not hard, bro. Don't get me wrong, it's hard in the sense of doing it, but you got others that are there with you.
Literally what you're going through, not just mentally, emotionally, like spiritually, faithfully, everything else, but even physically, is what I dub as growing pains.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not changing is like the definition of insanity, where you expect to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. If that's what you're expecting, you know what I'm saying, then how can practice make perfect?
It wouldn't make sense.
Look how far you've come.
And I feel good.
I mean,
like I genuinely feel different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like at the moment, I'm a lot more fatigued, and you know what I mean? There's certain things where it's different, but overall, I can honestly say I feel better.
Good.
You know what I mean? Like,
Good.
I'm starting to feel like a normal person.
Right.
Because I don't feel like I felt like a normal person forever. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I've been in my own world, which I have been. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I sort of still am, but, you know, I'm working on breaking out of that too. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. There's a lot to it though, man. And I just want anybody out there that kind of deals with the same shit, bro, just know you can reach out, man. For real, there's ways, bro. There's people you could talk to. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to anybody else, please hit me. Please, bro.
Because
This shit's rough, man. It's not
easy.
Yeah.
It's not
Especially
easy.
on your own. You know what I mean? Because I definitely started this randomly. Like, I finally got to the point myself where I was like, man, I can't keep doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna eventually die from this.
And that's the thing too. It's
Like, I
like
was drinking a lot.
you cannot change. Nobody can help you change this. You can't help anyone that's not ready to help themselves. And that's what I told you in the beginning. I'm like, bro, the only time you're going to really actively change is when you're ready to, and
Right.
it's not a second sooner.
And what I tell you, I wasn't ready for that yet.
And you were
I told him
you
that
were
straight
very
up,
you were
man.
very you were very you were brutally honest about
Yeah.
that. Like, I'm not ready to yet, bro. Like, I want to, but I don't feel I'm ready to do it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean I'm going to walk away from you, because real ones don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with you every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? The ones that ride, understand the difference between riding with someone and riding for someone. I'm here to ride with you for everything that you go through, bro. Because at the end of the day, man, real ones are hard to come by anymore, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be part of the result, not part of the equation, the problem that leads to that result. They just want to be part when you reach the end and all the fireworks are going off and all the successes there. That's when everybody want to come along and try to get a piece. They're not here. They didn't see the part, the struggle, the struggle, the grind, everything that you've gone through to get to that other side of that equal sign. You understand what I'm saying? You weren't there for that. This shit is real, man. Like, y'all understand? Like, this people go through real things. Like,
and y'all would never know.
Y'all would never know
because
that.
there's certain people that really don't let it be known.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I'm one of them. Like, I don't let nothing that I go through be known or shown. I'm a man. That's the way I've always viewed that. I'm a man. I'm not gonna let my struggle wear on my face.
Yeah.
I'll just never let it show, man, because I'm gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna overcome that. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything comes in due time.
Yeah.
Everything. God's got you in due time, man.
Your current situation is not your final destination, no matter what you're going through out there. So for anyone that's going through anything, man, first and foremost, for anyone that doesn't believe in God, this is not for you. But for the ones that do, keep him first. Keep God first.
I had friends riding with me whenever we were good.
Yeah.
Where the people at now? I don't even have numbers for these people. I haven't had nobody hit me, no nothing, bro. But they were cool whenever we were making that 140 a year. They were cool, you know what I mean? Yeah, oh, I need a place to stay. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. I gave it to you.
Yeah.
I gave it to you, bro. We were cool. I gave it to you. But now that shit changed, now that I'm only working one job because I'm focused on shit and I'm trying to be there for my family.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shit's different.
It's very different.
Now I can't even pull up to hit you.
It's benefits.
Yeah, I can't even hit you now.
Bro.
I don't even know where you at.
Bro, listen, you busy with, you and I are the type of people where we swim oceans for people that wouldn't jump a fucking puddle for us, bro. You wouldn't jump a puddle for me. I got so many stories like that. That's a whole nother episode in itself where I can talk to you all about. For those people that have come and shown their ass, bro, situations like that, real situations, they expose fake people, but understand that they all did you a favor, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's less energy.
I'm very, very grateful for it.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Like, I think I've told the story about the school bus, bro, but I mean, I got shown very early on, like, your friends are not your friends, bro. That dude should have took his lick. I should have never went to jail for that. Never.
Everyone is not your friend. I need you to understand that. Just because they smiling in your face, just because they clapping for you in the moment because everything's up, the second things go down or you tell them no, look around and see who's there. Those are your real ones. Or it may not be anyone at all, but you know what? It's okay because they did you a favor. That's less energy you have to waste on them and focus on you and growing yourself and being better and doing what you love to do like he does. This man's been streaming for 6 or 7 months. And look at all of y'all who are here to show him support. Look at all of y'all that are here to watch this man grow. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't be here if y'all didn't look up to him in some way, shape, or form. That's the part he says he doesn't understand. And I told you earlier in the conversation, that more than likely, if you don't understand it by now, it's not for you to understand.
Right.
That's the part that God's taking care of.
100%.
You, brother, you are here doing what you doing, and God is taking care of the rest.
Yeah, I agree.
And the part that you don't understand, he made it that way on purpose because he operates beyond our understanding. That's why he's God. But that's why he put you in the position that you're in, because he's got something about you that he wants the world to know about. That's why your homie, was his DJ? Is that was his name?
Yeah,
he's the one that pushed you. God was using him to push you to this.
HBK Derek.
Yeah. He pushed you to this because for whatever reason, God had a message to the people that would come to you. He wanted to relate whatever message he had for everyone that's in here right now, not just here, but when you're on those streams. Yeah. He has a message for all of them, and he's using you as his catapult for that.
And I love it. I love
You
it.
understand what I'm saying? There's a reason. It goes back to your original point too. This is more than just gaming. This is more than just streaming. This is a message, bro. This is a message to anyone out there, no matter what you go through, what you come from, or what you've done. At the end of the day, you don't answer to anyone else but God. If he's the one that's showering you with mercy, with his mercy and grace, it don't matter what anyone say about you. What matters what he says about you. And that's why he's putting you in a position to be a success.
Yeah, but we shouldn't even be right here right now. You know what I mean?
But look where we are. That's you know what that is?
It's only one reason.
That's grace.
Yeah.
That's his mercy, man.
This is obviously
grace.
It's obviously I've been put here to do something. You know what I mean? Because if not, this would have got stripped.
Long time ago.
Yeah, a couple months ago. Like this shit would have been stripped.
There's a reason.
Like, nah, whatever. You know what I mean? But
there's a reason God had us cross paths, man. Because there's something.
I agree.
Because we're here to show that it's not everyone that you meet on these airways, you see on these airways, it's not as it doesn't have to be as scary as society makes it.
Y'all saw this morning, bro. My dog Mike pulled up with Bojangles, bro.
Big Mike, shout out to Big Mike.
Big Mike,
shout out Big Mike,
here, man. I mean, dog, we found each other on these airways, bro. He told me, you know, I saw his name 704. He's like, yeah, I live in Charlotte. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, bro, me too. I was like, I don't live far, man. Oh, bro, yeah, we get together, man. This man's giving me a side job, bro, putting money in my pocket. This man brought us Bojangles this morning, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You never know what you can get off something like this.
Energy don't lie, man. Yo, I'm telling you right now, man, you never know the people God placed in your path, because expect support from unfamiliar faces. I need y'all to understand this. Your family and friends understand that they're going to be the ones that they're going to be the ones acting like you don't exist when you're doing something great for yourself. You're going to have people God placed in your life to send you to places that your family and friends could never do, because all they see is you, not the person that you're becoming, just the person that they've always known you to be before you started this journey to ascend in life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yep. There's a difference. A lot of y'all in here, there's some bonds that we have made in our collective, in the Swoh Nation, in the camp, aka Camp Swoh. Shout out to Camp Swoh. That we have bonds with some of these people more than with some of our own flesh and blood. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than just trying to succeed and make this a living, but it's to bring family together. Right, Liam? Family together, right? Right? My son. My man, there it is. Shout out to Liam. Shout out to little man.
Like we told y'all in the beginning, man, it's a family thing, bro. That's why we do these streams the way we do them, man. You're always going to see my kids. You're always going to see my wife. You're always going to see the fam, bro. Like, I mean, it's a part of it.
So, to conclude, y'all.
So what? Hold on.
Go ahead,
we ain't done.
We're not done. Oh, sorry, y'all. We're not done.
Which one did you start first out of all the hats you wear, other than the 9 to 5? Like, I'm talking about, like.
So not my 9 to 5.
Which one did you start first? Podcast, gaming.
Fitness was first. Team
I'm talking about like on like this type of stuff.
Digitally. Like, digitally. Digitally, it was the gaming.
The gaming.
Okay, I tried to start them both at the same time, but I actually spent more time doing it on the gaming, because remember I told you all that the flood, I had 3 floods in my basement. A good chunk of the year and a half ago, a good 6 months of that was spent trying to get that flood situation, that, you know what I mean, that situation under control. And I wanted to make sure before I started, you know, really building into that corner that you saw when y'all came to the house, I wanted to make sure that it was not that no other surprise was going to pop up again. A small one did, and that's when we learned how to crack in my foundation on that side of the house, where the game station is at my house.
Probably because of the flooding.
Yeah, but either way, once we got that under control, and I built it, I started incorporating the podcast stuff like in the middle of it.
How did you go from gaming to be like, man, I could probably do pretty well at this podcast and stuff?
Well, because I was always
like, what was the mind flip on that?
Well, what started it, because I saw a lot of the pro, you know, a lot of podcasts. For my primary interest, one of my interests is wrestling. Y'all know I'm big into pro wrestling. There's a lot of pro wrestling podcasters out there. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in wrestling.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, since I was 3. Okay, I've been a fan for that long. So imagine how many years that is, right? So, and I've been on video like over the years talking about wrestling, being seen with wrestlers, big time wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them are in Hollywood now. You know what I'm saying? Like, those type of that type of, I'm like, I can talk about this because I have an extensive knowledge of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I actually wrestled not many people know, I actually wrestled for like wrestling training at Chikara Pro Wrestling Factory in Philadelphia, with my sister-in-law, Danielle. I was there for 6 to 8 months, was told I was a natural. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. That post-training soreness from wrestling training compared to fitness training, two different monsters. And I said, I'll stick to being a fan. You know what I'm saying? But that's what drew me to it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, we talk about Marvel a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody who Marvel fans, like, you know, like Thor and Captain America and all these things, like the Avengers, things like that. I'm like, I can talk about a lot of these things. I always have, my wife and I talk about this in private. I'm like, babe, why don't we just set up a camera, put a mic down, and we just sit and talk? You know what I'm saying? Who knows who may get wind of one of these episodes that we're doing, whether we're live like we are now or a pre-recorded I put out there. Somebody might get wind of this. Some of my interest. They love the fact that Steph is in the Scream, the Scream franchise. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they love the fact that Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, that's my favorite horror movie villain of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know who may see these things, but just seeing that genuine love and interest from it. We've had conversations with celebrities, things like that. We met so many of them. I'm like, why not do this? We got all this knowledge. I know primarily is mostly wrestling related, which is why I'm glad I'm doing this with you. You know what I'm saying? Because most of everything that people have seen from me from the podcast has been mostly wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to say the other side of gaming. Oh, that's something else he's talking into. And someone else said he has a guest that's actually integrated into that now. Hence you. You know what I'm saying? Who else? What else could he be talking about? The next thing we're going to talk about is 90s sitcoms. You know, Boy Meets World, Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? Dinosaurs. Who remembers that? Who remembers TGIF Fridays back in the 90s when Boy Meets World it comes on and then Step by Step came on? Like, that's old head shit right there. You know what I mean? Like, those, I have so many of those things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't figure out how to get that platform going. But I knew, just as we told everyone up in here, like we tell Don, push the damn button. That's what I had to do. The first guest that I had on here, it was a live episode with, y'all know her as Mercedes Martinez. That was my very first Say It Ain't Swoh podcast. She was at my house for a show that week, and she stayed with us that weekend. And we did that episode. It was 3 hours long. I'm like, we don't need it to be this long, but we were just talking because that's how.
Exactly. I feel like whenever you're having genuine conversations,
yeah,
you can't put a time limit on that.
There really isn't. You know what I mean?
Shit just happens.
Yeah.
It goes, it flows. You know what I mean?
And then who gets one of that video once I posted a small clip of it? WWE superstar Natalia. She got wind of it. Jasmine made it a point that before she hangs up the boots for good, her dream match is against Natalia, Natty. You know what I'm saying? Natty got wind of my podcast and reached there, we need to wrestle. Do you see what that is? Like things like that. I'm like, I don't know what took me so long.
Since you're such a big introvert, how do you make that work with these podcasts and these people that are really big and, you know, like these could be really big audiences?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it because you're in the safety of your own home?
Yeah.
Or that's why?
I'm in the safety of my own home. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't just allow anyone in my house. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these bonds, like for instance, Jasmine, that was the first worldwide known prominent figure that's been in my house for a long weekend because she had a show working in the area that weekend. That was Halloween weekend, I think. It was Halloween weekend of October last year is when she was at the house. But Jasmine and I had a bond built prior to that weekend. You know what I'm saying? From seeing each other at wrestling shows, you know, at the ECW Arena in Philly, and, you know what I'm saying, some of the shows that we do. Like Jasmine and I, we really grew, like Mercedes Martinez, we grew and really built a brother-sister relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like anything that it was anything that said, oh, just come to my house, like, and she's just going off a whim. No, that was built over time. You understand what I'm saying? Like the wrestling business is very cutthroat. They stab people in the back constantly.
Just like real life.
Just like real life. It's a next level low in the wrestling business. And for someone who hasn't been involved in it that long, I saw it right away because I see it in real life all the time. I'm like, this is just a different avenue of the same fucking thing. Backstabbing people that want to get over on other people and stepping on other people to get there. Like, I don't do that. That's not how I roll. That's not how I'm built. You understand what I'm saying? And Jasmine saw that, aka Mercedes Martinez. She saw that. You know what I'm saying? We just built a bond from there. Then came Lance Anoa'i. Y'all know the cousin of Roman Reigns. That's one of our good friends. You know what I'm saying? Jacob Fatu, who everyone knows who's in WWE now, one of the biggest wrestlers in the world. Good friend of ours. We haven't talked to him in a long time. Like, well, watch, the next time I see him put his ass in a headlock, though, I'm going to tell you that. That's our boy. Like, we had these bonds built.
Which is good to have conversations like these.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We had that foundation set. before people went off and life got in the way, and it happens. I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Next time we see Jake, we know it's going to be all love. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bust his balls a little bit, but that's just the relationship we've always had. You know what I'm saying? We talked to Lance like a couple of weeks ago. That's our boy. He was in town. He called us. We haven't heard from him in a while. He called us to check in because he was in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's love. That's love.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's again, it goes back to the energy. Real, recognized, real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because they realize we're not doing anything all the things that we've done for them, we don't talk about it because that's not how we're built.
I've helped so many people, bro. Like, it's not even funny. Since I've been shown certain stuff, I've went in and helped others implement it into their stuff. Because we do get those questions a lot. A lot.
Every other day, bro.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people get it in their head to where, oh, I did all this alone. But
there's no way.
But did you?
There's no way.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
I know for a fact, if I got on these airwaves, my community wasn't with me, and it was just a bunch of random people, it'd be a little bit different.
Hella different.
You know what I mean? Because now I have no one to bounce that energy off of.
Exactly.
Because now you're all new. You might not like this energy I got. You know?
Because here's the thing. The one thing I was told I've always stood on. I'm not for everyone, and everyone ain't for me. I need y'all to hear me when I say this again. You are not for everyone, and everyone ain't for you.
I agree with that 100%.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Call things for what they are, not what you want them to be. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm going to say it one more time. No matter who it is or who you're dealing with, no matter what situation you're in, doesn't matter. Call it for what it is, not what you want it to be. Because you will easily set yourself up for a mental breakdown expecting otherwise. You understand what I'm saying to y'all? It is so important to understand that difference. That goes with anything you do in life: streaming, gaming, podcasting, working a 9-to-5, working a blue-collar job. It don't matter. Call it for what it is. Because at the end of the day, man, things can change overnight, in a heartbeat, whether it's negative or positive. We always want to remain optimistic and hope that the change is positive, but we got to be realistic too. Things can happen. Life is 90% of what happens to you and 10% of how you react to it.
In case y'all didn't know, chat, Say got more quotes than a 1950s mafia member. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So I'm kind of juggling both, but not because it's something I'm trying to have my hands in a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? These are things I actually enjoy doing. It's just easy to integrate podcasting and gaming from a streaming perspective because they kind of go hand in hand.
Right, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? That's why I do both concurrently. I'm doing these parallel to one another at the same. I'm not focusing on gaming for like 2 months and then I'm focused on podcasting for a couple months. The reason why I've come back full swing, like coming out the gate swinging with the podcast lately, is because for a lot of y'all that know, this year's been kind of rough with me and my family because, you know, I lost my nephew Ethan back in April. You know, I mean, he was 20 years old. He was a Marine. He died of cancer. Okay. And that really fucked me up mentally. And the only thing that I had a mental capacity for in regards to what we're doing here was the gaming aspect, because that was my escape from it. You know what I'm saying? Not the escape to say that, Ethan's not here, but while I'm playing, okay, Ethan's still here. Ethan's still here. No, that's not what it was. But it was my way of trying not to break. I'm not thinking about the fact that my 20-year-old nephew is no longer among us, and he was one of the healthiest kids on the planet. This just hits him out of nowhere. A big part of why I came back full swinging with this, because now that Ethan is in his resting place, his final resting place, I felt it was okay for me to get concurrent with just the gaming and the podcast again, which is why y'all saw a lot of episodes drop recently. You see us coming back in full swing. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to. At some point, I'm going to have to get back to this, just like my 9-to-5 at some point. A lot of y'all who, when it was just gaming for a while before I decided to go back full swing into the podcasting, a lot of y'all who are stuck with me through this, y'all have helped me with this. You and Haley helped me with this. You and these kids, y'all helped me with all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all didn't ignore the fact of what I was dealing with, but y'all also didn't harp on it either. So it helped. You know what I'm saying? Y'all knew when to talk about, when not to. I had to figure out how to find a balance because I knew there was going to be more to come. I have to get a juggle on it now, because if I don't, then I'm really going to be crumbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to your point earlier, I didn't get here by myself. I got you. I got Haley. I got these kids. I got my wife. I got the Swoh Nation and the camp. All of us just rooting for our success and helping in any way that they can. Like,
literally.
And I've never had that, like genuinely had that in my actual real life outside of my best friend Jess Rager. who y'all know is Rachel. She's like that. That's my most tenured friend in my life. That's been my dog. That's like a sister to me. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of her and my wife, it was just the three of us for the longest time. It was just me, Steph, and Jess. That's it. People came and left. It would always dwindle down to the three of us. This is me working on not bleeding on those who didn't cut me. It's a lesson I teach to everyone else. I always push to everyone else.
But it's harder to implement.
But I'm also learning myself, because if I'm not sitting here actively trying to learn it myself, me telling you or the next person will make me a hypocrite. Hypocrisy is my #1 pet peeve. So if I'm not telling you, if I'm not practicing what I'm preaching, you will never hear me tell you to do it.
I took my first drink last night. Fucked my stomach up completely. So when I say that you can do it, and it's a lot harder to go back than it is to just keep going forward, man. And I think that goes with what you're saying too, because it's so easy to go back to that same mindset that you were in when everything first happened, than it is to continue moving forward.
Because you have to.
You know what I mean? Well, you're already on the path. You know what I mean? Why stop the path and rewind?
All right.
You won't even. There's no point.
There really isn't.
So, but yeah, I meant to tell y'all last night, man. I tried, bro, but that shit was not working. They'll tell you, they ain't nobody seen me not finish a drink before, ever.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, oh, okay. But that's good, because I'm like, y'all know I'm not a big drinker. I don't drink much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to support him and also support, as y'all know, Miss Swoh has been on a journey of, like, you know, like on a new diet and whatnot, where she's cut out everything, drinking everything. And I refused to. I stopped drinking so that way I don't even take my occasional, you know, social dinner, drink, or whatever it is, to support her. And it was also to support him, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to think that he has to take one because I am. I refuse to be an inadvertent enabler, let alone a blatant enabler. Does that make sense? I can't do that, because I'm not going to sit here and be a subconscious contributing reason why you go backwards.
Right.
I won't do that. I refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see you I want you to strive. I want you to continue to make steps forward.
Like, we get on here and sometimes it's just us joking around, like not even talking about nothing. Sometimes that's what we need, without having to say it out loud. You know what I mean? And to me, that's another reason why I love doing this, because it's another way to escape.
Yeah.
It's that inadvertent escape that you don't know you know, that others don't know you need, but you know you need.
But you know you need.
You know?
Exactly. I've turned up my streaming ante more so after Ethan died. April 6th is when God called Ethan home. I don't think before, leading up to that day, I was streaming, but not as much as I have been since he died. And I'm like, as much as I would rather be back to that point where I was not streaming as much if it meant my nephew could still be here. You know what I'm saying?
There's no promise for that.
And that's exactly what it was. And I knew that there was nothing I could do to save my sister from that pain. Shout out to my big sister Rosetta. You know what I'm saying? Like who's going through the most unimaginable thing a parent could ever go through is losing a child. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, and I couldn't save her. I couldn't protect her from that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine me being a brother. Y'all know, anybody got siblings, y'all know, especially men. Y'all got sisters. Y'all know there ain't nothing y'all wouldn't do to protect your sisters. That was the one thing I couldn't protect her from. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, I can't sit here and blame myself. I'm not a medical doctor. If I was, I would have saved Ethan. I would have been, Ethan would still be here, but I couldn't do that. Ethan and I had plans when he got better. And this was he and I talking when we were in the hospital, December 12th, 2025. That's a date I'll never forget, because that was the last time I saw him. We're building a collective empire together, you know what I mean, that we started individually and we've joined our efforts together, and not just efforts, but we've joined our families, our households together. Like I tell him, your bullshit is my bullshit now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not the one to sit there and be like, hey man, I need a helping hand. I'm not that type of person, bro.
Me neither.
Like at all. I'm not ever gonna hit somebody and be like, hey bro, do you mind helping? I'll never do it. I'm gonna figure something out, and if I can't, then I fucking can't. You know what I mean? That's how I've lived my life for so long. You know, with some of the situations that we've had, you know what I mean? I've told Haley many times, I thug it out in the hotel.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Like, I will thug it the fuck out until, you know, we get right.
Yeah, I mean, but, and I think that's
part. And he'll tell you, bro, I'm hard-headed with that shit, man, because it's how I've lived for so long.
You know, but this is where the older big brother energy comes in, and I say, like, not on my watch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because as someone who's been in the street, multiple times with no one to help me. You know what I'm saying? I had to find my way out through prayer, through grit and prayer. I said, I refuse to see someone I call a brother to go through what I went through. I'm not gonna lie to my brother, because that's not how I am. That's not how I built with my family. I'm about the family I built, not the family I came from.
I agree. I agree.
The family you built to me, and anyone can agree. I don't care. Like, I don't care how much this rubs anyone the wrong way. I don't care. The family, to me, the family you build will forever be the family, be greater than the family you came from. Because those are the people that see you at your worst in the present time. The family that you come from, they like to stick to the person you used to be, realizing that people can't change for the better. So they'll always hold on to who you once were because they don't have access to the person you are now. Now. You know what I'm saying? And that's something, you know, the best part about that is, Swoh Nation, that's not my problem. That ain't your problem.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? That's their loss. And all of y'all's game, because I get to share all this with y'all. We get to share all this with y'all. We all get to grow together.
Buddy.
You know what I'm saying?
I also want to give them a chance too if they got any questions. I think that would be dope.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say, so Swoh Nation, does anyone have any questions? I was literally getting ready to say that. Whitney asked again, Rigger, she asked again, how do you deal with the hard days now that you are working on your drinking?
They're all hard, honestly. More hard days than not, you know what I mean? But I got kids that look up to me. You know what I mean? It got to a point where Izzy knew what store we were going to. You know what I'm saying? And that still fucks with me. I don't like that shit at all. And that's what strives me through every time. I think about that shit and I'm like, bro, that's fucked up. That kid's 10 years old, man. Ain't no way she should know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit.
Sorry, bro.
And oh man, it's all good. I told y'all get the raw shit, man. You worried about it? I told y'all I don't get embarrassed for nothing. But nah, that's why. Dead ass, that's why, bro.
And
that's some real shit, man. For my daughter to know, really fucked me up for real.
And you know, I mean, but as she's looking at it now, so where she,
granted, she don't, you know what I mean? It's like she don't know what it is. You know what I mean? She just knows it's a drink. You know what I mean? Which is, thank God. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? They ain't never seen me crazy sauced. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't want her putting two and two together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Brother Brad asked a serious question this time. He said, being a smart ass. Shout out to Brother Brad. That's my boy right there. He asked, if the baby 1800s, you know, Izzy, Lily, Liam, were to get into streaming, how would you approach that as a parent?
I'd love it, bro. The shit it does for you mentally, you really don't get anywhere else, man. Don't get me wrong, like, I would push for Izzy to do it. Not more so like with a mic, especially like right now. You know what I'm saying? But oh, I'd love it, bro. I'd love it, man. I think this is something that could be easily passed on.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I think that's what we all want for our kids is to be able to leave something for them. You know what I mean? And if I can't leave you what most people want, that generational wealth, let me pass you something that you can create that for. You're from. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be a great idea, man. Like I would love it. And if she continues gaming the way she does, I mean, I don't see how that couldn't be possible. You know what I mean? Gaming saved me in many ways. Many ways, bro.
Well, wrestling, gaming, and when I became an adult, fitness saved my life. Oh, this is a question for both of us. This will be our last one, y'all. Unknown asks, I got a question for 1800 and Swoh. What is y'all's best memory together so far?
Oh, surprised him at the crib for sure. That shit was lit, bro. I loved it. Like even that whole drive, bro, was like
It was anticipation?
Yeah, like it was just biting at you. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, what's it? You know what I mean? Because for one, you never know how somebody's gonna react when you pop up on them in their own crib. You know what I mean? That's
risky.
Number one.
That's
yeah,
risky
it's very
business.
risky. It's very risky. And for two, you know what I mean? My kids were so excited for it, which automatically, you know what I mean, sent me over the moon for it. Cause I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Well,
like y'all are down for it. Like I'm down for it. Let's do this.
Okay, this is the last one for real. Don't ignore me. Ask him why is he buns. I need an answer.
Cause I play with you. I play with you. I don't know why you don't think you're not gonna get a witty answer out of me, bro. Cause I play with you, bro. If I didn't play with you no more, I'd be a lot better, I think.
Damn.
When you play with somebody that's buns, you automatically become buns, bro. That's how life works, bro. If you hang with a crack addict, you're probably a crack addict. You know what I'm saying? That's life, bro. That's life, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
Yo, get out. Yo, get out right now. Get out. Look, I just want y'all to know, man, that I'm sure he can correct me if I'm wrong. I can speak on behalf of Mr. 1800 here, that we are very grateful for all of you who are constantly up here with us. When y'all have your own busy lives that y'all do, you know, being adulting, you know, being parents, being husbands and wives, you know what I'm saying? You know, looking after the kids, making sure they get their schoolwork done, make sure they're safe when you're out in public, you know what I'm saying? Paying the bills, doing all these things that we all do as adults. And y'all still find the time at some point when he and or I are on these airwaves to come and chill with us and vibe with us. And I think I can speak on Mr. 1800's behalf as Uncle Swoh, as teams from the team Swoh, that we're grateful, man. Like we really are.
100%,
We
bro.
are I need y'all to know that. I know y'all, a lot of people here that they say that. They say, "Oh, I'm grateful, thank you," and all that. No, from the bottom of my heart, I am so unwaveringly, eternally grateful, because that kind of support that I get from y'all, from a lot of y'all who I've never met, is more authentic and is more real than any support that I've ever gotten in real life as an adult.
Yeah, 100%, man. And the messages that I've received offline are mind blowing, man.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, from the ones, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna name drop because, dude, there's been like 50, 60, 70 messages now. Like, yo, you really helped me keep going. Like, I look forward to your streams every night. I'm so glad that I can come in your streams. I'm so glad, you know what I mean? I look forward to this every single day. I get off work and I look forward to coming and watching you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a blessing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it could have been the complete opposite. It could have been like, dog, you're shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like in any circumstance, it could have been flipped easily.
Mhm.
So I appreciate y'all more than you can know, bro. Without y'all, this shit is not possible. You know what
100%.
I'm saying? Without a real community behind you, there is no streams. It's
Absolutely
just
not.
you behind a camera. It's not even a real stream, bro. Like, I take that shit dead ass serious, man. Like that, it means the world to me, man.
Absolutely. And this is why it has become a big part of the reason why we do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because of y'all. Like, okay, there's no other way to say it. Because of y'all and people like us who like to keep to ourselves and our families and our households. For y'all to hear something like that come out of our mouths, y'all know we mean that shit, because we would never say it any other time before this. You know what I'm saying? Because when's the last time before this did you say that to anyone else outside of your wife and kids?
Probably never. Wow.
But y'all got that out of us before anyone else that knows us in real life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say thank you, and we are so grateful to all of y'all, man. Like real fucking talk. I can't stress that enough, man. So for all of y'all in the camp and in the Swoh Nation, Camp Swoh, that have rocked with us for as long as y'all have for these past, for him like 7 months, for me for like the last 10 months or so. Thank y'all, man. Like, we really mean this shit. Like this means a lot to us, and we are far from done. We got so many things in the works. We got so many things in the works for y'all, man. Like from an individual and a collective standpoint, we got so many things in the works. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man. If y'all can tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? Come to the camp, come to the Swoh Nation, come to Camp Swoh, man. Like, y'all gonna love it here, and y'all gonna feel like y'all can be yourselves here. Y'all gonna love it here. It's different here. That's when we're gonna put that on the shirt. It's different here. It's different here. It really is. And y'all know this, because if it wasn't, y'all wouldn't be here. Am I right? Don't let your fear of not knowing how it's going to work out stop you from doing what you love to do, something that you want to do. The hardest part is starting. So just do it, because on the other end of starting may be everything you've been wanting, everything you've been waiting for could be on the other side of you starting. So just start. That's all that's the best thing I can tell y'all, man. Anything you want to tell me before we close out, bro?
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing I tell y'all every day. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming to support little old us. You know what I'm saying? Out of everybody that's on these airways, man, I appreciate y'all coming to support us. You know, I mean, it's been a hell of a journey, and I got a hell of a one to go, just as you do. But everybody stay blessed, everybody stay safe, and everybody stay fucking dangerous.
Let's go. Swoh Nation.
Hey, out, in case I didn't know, yeah, it's dope and everything. Yeah, come play with me now. Dolphins, motherfucker. I ain't had the socks on or the earrings, but I got them all. I got it all.
Oh,
1800 out, Swoh out.
Swoh, get the hell out of my head. Appreciate you, bro, man. Yeah, man. Yo, this was great, bro. Appreciate you, saying. Appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Swoh
For
Nation,
real.
we out. Love y'all, man. See y'all again later.